Hello students, welcome to the course on Basic Electronics Engineering. The course code is EC101 and this is the course for BTech first semester CSCIT and FT students and second semester EC students. Myself Dr. Surojit Bosak, Assistant Professor of EC Department, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Kolkata. And this is my official email address. Today we are going to start lecture number 3 from the third module, that is bipolar junction transistor. Actually in the last class we have discussed on mechanism or operations of NPN transistor as well as PNP transistor. What are the different modes of operations are present and what are the different circuit configurations are present. And we have also discussed about the circuit operation, current gain expression, and evaluated the collector current in common base configuration. Now today we are going to discuss about the current gain in common emitter mode and transistor static characteristics in common base and common emitter mode. And this topic, the lesson objective of this topic is to become familiar with the theory of operation of bipolar junction transistors and to cover some common applications of BJTs. And this topic is mapped with CO number 4. So let us start lecture number 3 from the third module, that is bipolar junction transistor, with the topic of transistor static characteristics in common base configuration. We have already determined the expression of collector current, that is IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO, where alpha is the common base current gain. Now we are going to start the discussion for transistor characteristics in common base configuration or transistor static characteristics. So normally when we discuss in any type of configuration, when we discuss about transistor static characteristics, there are mainly two types of characteristics are present for any combination, whether it is common base or common emitter or common collector configuration. They are input characteristics and output characteristics. Now for when you draw the characteristics curve for input characteristics in any type of configuration, remember that in y-axis always represent input current, x-axis represent input voltage, and for a fixed value of output voltage. And when you draw, actually the x and y axis represent which current or which voltage, that is the important thing for every configuration. And the theory for output characteristics is that y-axis represent output current, X-axis represent output voltage, and for a fixed value of input current. Remember that here the parameter is input current. So moving for the input characteristics curve for common base configuration. So in y-axis it is input current, that is your IE. X-axis is the input voltage, that is VBE, and it is for a fixed value of output voltage, that is for a fixed value of VCB, that is collected to base voltage. And this graphical plot is called the input characteristics curve for common base configuration. So this curve provide some for information. What are the information? The existence of a threshold or knee voltage of about 0.5 volt for silicon, below which emitter current IE is negligibly small. It is indicated by the point A in the input characteristics curve. So this point actually. Now if IE increases very rapidly for small increase of VBE beyond the knee point for a fixed value of VCB, this shows that the transistor in CB configuration possesses very low input resistance. Now, for the case of output characteristics, that is output current here, so IC in milliampere. In x-axis it is output voltage VCB. Now for a fixed value of input current, so it is a different parameters for input current IE. So these output characteristics curves again divided into three separate regions. Saturation region, C, active region, and cutoff region. This is the cutoff region. So in the saturation region, see in this region, both the emitter base and collector base junction are forward biased. This means that collector base voltage VCB less than 0 due to forward bias in NPN transistor. A slight increase of VCB result in a large increase of IC in this region. The collector current increases exponentially as VCB increases from its negative value up to 0 volt. Now in the active region, this region, emitter base junction is forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias. That means VEB less than 0 and VCB greater than 0 for NPN transistor. And in the cutoff region, both emitter base junction and collector base junction are reverse biased. That means VEB greater than 0 and VCB also greater than 0 for NPN transistor. So this is the input and output characteristics curve for under common base configuration. Next, we move for the common emitter configuration. Common emitter configuration, that means emitter is common for both input and output terminal. So first is this is the circuit diagram for NPN transistor in common emitter configuration. And this is the symbol, just transistor is represent, structure of the transistor is represented by a symbol. See carefully, see here the emitter is common. So the input current is base current IB, and so see the direction of output current, collector current, and see the biasing condition, the VBB and VCC. And this is the configuration for PNP transistor. See E configuration, common emitter configuration. In the earlier case, it was NPN configuration under common emitter configuration. And this is the PNP transistor under emitter is common. See the direction of again current direction and the voltage VBE and VCC. So the input current is IB and output current is IC. So the ratio of collector current to base current for a constant VCE, that is the collector to emitter voltage, is called common emitter DC current gain, which is denoted as beta. And if the current is an alternating current, then a ratio of del IC by del IB for a fixed value of VCE is called beta AC. That means AC current gain in common emitter configuration. And if we apply the KCL for both NPN and PNP type, PNP configuration for under common emitter configuration, then we will see that again IE equal to IB plus IC. Now, what is the relation? Is there any relation between beta and alpha? Where alpha already we know that it is a current gain under common base configuration. So is there any relation? We know that beta equal to AC by IC by IB. So it is a ratio between collector current to the base current. And we know that alpha is equal to IC by IE. So IE is equal to, again we know that IE equal to IB plus IC. Now dividing both sides of this equation by IC. So IE by IC equal to IB by IC plus 1. So IE by IC, which is basically 1 by alpha, and IB by IC equal to 1 by beta. So 1 by alpha equal to 1 by beta plus 1. So from that expression, you can represent alpha as a function of beta, that is alpha equal to beta by 1 plus beta, whereas if you can express beta as a function of alpha, then beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. So we know as alpha is close to 1 but less than 1 and beta is very large. So the common emitter configuration provides large DC and AC current gain. And this is why this configuration is universally used in almost all transistor circuits. This is very vital point. As we know that alpha value of alpha is close to 1, so naturally the beta value is very large. That means current gain is very large. That is why actually common emitter configuration is used universally and everywhere, almost all transistor circuits. Next is the expression of the collector current in CE configuration. We know that I equal to IB plus IC. And IC, we know that IC due collector current is responsible due to IC majority plus IC minority. So that is IC is equal to alpha IE plus ICBO. So IC is equal to alpha into IE. IE means IB plus IC plus ICBO. So after simplification, just simplify it IC into 1 minus alpha common IC. Let us take common in IC and which equal to alpha IB plus ICBO. Therefore, IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha IB plus 1 minus alpha into ICBO. So already we determined that beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. So this term is represented as beta. So IC is equal to beta IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha. That means basically 1 plus beta. See, 1 plus beta into ICBO. So ICEO, that is if base current is 0, say IB is 0, which is very small in the range of microampere, so it can be 0. So in that case, base emitter junction is open. And the collector current IC is basically due to the leakage current ICEO. Then that means ICEO is basically 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. So express the earlier expression by putting this expression just as a function of leakage current. So it is alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus ICEO. So that is basically beta IB plus ICEO. So this is the collector current, output collector current expression under common emitter configuration. Next is the transistor characteristics curve in common emitter configuration. Now again for the common emitter configuration for the case of input characteristics, we know that the curve is input current versus input voltage, where the input current is a base current IB and input voltage, that is VBE. And for a fixed value of output voltage, what is output voltage? That is VCE. And for the case of output characteristics, and see the curve, it is like exponential curve, and first is the VCE for 0 volt, second curve is the VCE for 10 volt, and third is the VCE for 20 volt. Next is the output characteristics, that is the output current in the y-axis, output voltage in the x-axis. So output current is basically your IC, collector current, in milliampere. Output voltage, that is collector emitter voltage in volt, and for a fixed value of input current, where input current is IB, base current. So it is for base current 0, 10 microampere, 20 microampere, 30, 40, 50, up to 60 microampere. Again, in this curve also, the three regions are present: active region, saturation region. This region is called saturation region, similar to common base configuration. And this region, that is below IB equal to 0, below this curve, is called the cutoff region. Again similar, that is in saturation region, collector current increases sharply with the increase of VCE, and then attains a saturation value, which is called, say, in some books it is called, say, VCE sat. Now in the active region, see, base emitter junction is forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias. And this curve, the curve in this region, see, are nearly linear and equally spaced. This curve is a linear curve and these are equally spaced value. So this is all about the transistor static characteristics, that is input and output characteristics curve under common emitter configuration. Okay. So let us stop here. In the next class, we discuss about common collector configuration and solve some numerical problems. Okay. So thank you. Let us stop here. Thank you. Thank you so much.